Well, here is a Friday surprise for you all. You'll never guess who's rolled in here, even though he has to roll right out in just a matter of moments.
Yeah, just stop wasting time. I
Yes,
got 3
the
minutes.
king of Highlight in South Florida, Benny Bueno is here. And I don't know, do you have a platform? Is it time for a State of the Union speech?
Oh, look, I can hear you over here on my phone.
Oh, cool. Or did you just come by to hang out?
No, I just, it's like I said, we hadn't had a chance to, address the fans since you came back from your little weekend escapade. But we did go on with Dave, and he introduced himself, and he told people about his history in Highlight. And, people were crying because you weren't here.
Well, get the Kleenex out. Cause
They're prohibiting me to allow you to leave again.
We've got a little family time coming up next week, so I'll be absent again. But the funny thing is, I don't think Dave said it, unless he did. You do realize Dave and I were roommates for a little while.
Yes, he mentioned that. He said you were great. He never saw you.
No, we did have different schedules, that's for sure. But at that point, I was doing early morning radio, and I would be leaving at about the time he'd be going to bed.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfectly.
Awesome.
Yeah, very close to where I live now, actually, in South Florida. But, yeah, so Dave has a tremendous history in here. In this building, and so I'm delighted that he's available, and we get somebody who knows and cares and understands the game as Big Dave does. Big Dave's just a hard guy to get a hold of right now.
Yeah, he's busy. He's busy running Casino Miami
these
days.
He is. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be involved when they bring Highlight over there, but he has still got a lot of work over there to do, so that's why he's not as readily available. I'm just glad that Dave was able to make it because my last year's backup is a little busy.
I'm not available. I mean, I now I have somebody that's helping me part-time in the cage, so I do have some, flexibility, but not a whole Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That would be almost impossible.
I was just reminded last night, I'm going, about Game 8, I went, where is Oleron? I went, oh, yeah, I know where he is.
Oleron, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to bid farewell to one of his compadres in his town of Pau, France, and they played a tournament. It just actually 6-hour difference, so it ended earlier today.
Okay.
And he'll be back tomorrow morning.
No way.
He's getting on a plane almost as we
bless
speak.
His heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was part. He told me about this, way before we started, like a month and a half before the season. He told me, hey, there's this big event that. They grew up playing together, and the guy's going to retire. David Menville, good player. Never played here in the United States, but definitely one of the top backcourters over there in France, and he played a lot of tournaments in Spain. So he went over there just for a one-day thing. He flew out yesterday. He's flying back in tomorrow afternoon. So he'll be in the program tomorrow night, maybe with a little jet lag, but maybe not.
We'll see. And so I know a couple of guys took full advantage of his absence yesterday. Vicente, for one, stepping in. He's had an average season.
Yes.
And it's interesting. He and Shanika, I think, are two guys, when you bring in a Johan and you bring in an Oleron,
right,
those are two guys that are going to be affected by that. And it has shown a little bit in their statistics. I'm not so sure it's shown in the quality of their play, but their stats are definitely off a little bit.
Well, they're definitely both playing well, but I knew this was going to happen because now they're cutting the pie in a couple more slices. It's not all for. I mean, Vicente had he had that injury last year, but in the previous year he had a lion's share of the winning, and bringing in a guy like Johan. Like you said, Johan's going to win his fair share. If you notice, Johan plays at a different pace. He was running harder than everybody, even running off the court. It's like he's just. He's geared differently than the rest of the players, in a good way, and not saying anything about the other guys. The other guys are playing good too. I don't think there's a lot of guys that are not playing well. Some guys are still getting used to the system and to the court, but I'm happy so far of how they're playing.
The one guy that and Dave and I, when David was working with me and learning a couple of things about the computers and all that, we started to really notice Garcia.
Yeah,
and. The one thing that's still hurting him is his serve.
Oh, my God, I know.
But he has only one other player, and it's Johan, has more combined wins and places than Garcia. Only Johan has more. So that tells me Garcia's win percentage should be better. He is still hurting himself at serves, but he is getting opportunities.
Yeah.
And the thing that we both, at times we were just laughing. He's just going to throw the snot out of it.
Yeah, he's a like I mentioned it before, he's a big kid. Like I remember the first time I met him, I stood next to him. I was like, wow, he didn't look that big from far away.
No.
But when you get next to him, he's a pretty strong kid, and I think he's still growing, which is scary. But
he's growing now. He's. I love when he's out there. And another player who's being very aggressive and more entertaining than I ever remember him is Celaya.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's in his second year now, so he's kind of like not a rookie anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, he still has a lot. He's a very heady player. Like he's overanalyzing things, and
Okay.
but just yesterday, since a couple days ago, I don't know if anybody knows, but he fell down when he hurt his hand, and he actually broke his basket. The taco, the bottom part of the basket, it broke. So usually when that happens, our basket maker has a box full of them up there, and he just changes it. But his basket maker made him a little different than the norm, so we didn't have one to replace it. So he had to take out a new basket. And everybody knows when you take out a new basket, there's an adjustment period. So he was, it was fast for him. So he was trying his hardest to control it. But in the last 2 days, I've seen him throw some monster rebotes and some really great two-wall costados. And that's because he's got that zip of that new basket.
Yeah, he's been really, really good. In the backcourt, it's fun to watch Gorka. The level he plays at, the maturity he plays with. Dave pointed this out. No matter how Gorka catches the ball, he gets properly set before he releases it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the way he plays is so correct. I think that's the word I would use. And I really, since Dave brought it up, I've started noticing it, especially on the right side. And I've always loved the right side guys. That's just a prejudice of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, his maturity level is just astonishing.
Well, both Gorka and his brother Johan, learned from their father, Sorazabal, that played in Milford for many years, and he's involved heavily with the school over there in France, and they in Biarritz, and I'm telling you, Johan is like no other person that I've met probably in my career as far as training and practicing. Like this guy, he'll practice. If you tell him, hey, we're going to be here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., he will show up to practice. Like he's just geared that way. So, yeah, two good guys. There's a question here that is asking me if Oyenard and Laborde are related because they play similarly.
They do, with one major difference.
The power.
Yeah.
Well, Laborde is very steady. I mean, he's always going to be in position. He's always going to, make the catch. Everybody misses the ball, but he's always going to be in position to make the play. And he's just very steady, and he doesn't really throw anything. He's not going to throw a bunch of chulas, and he's not going to, throw it hard past you with the right side. But he's steady as a backcourter. Oyenard, on the other hand, he's got both. He's got good court sense, and he throws hard, but he's a little wilder, so that kind of allows for maybe more errors or just being out of position because he overruns things. But they do come from the same region in France, so, I'm sure that they grew up playing together and possibly had the same teacher.
We do not have, and I'm interested in your opinion, and if you don't agree, please tell me. The one guy from last year that I think might be the most improved so far, I've really been impressed with
Donnell, yeah. Well, Donnell, when he got here last year, he had a little bit of a back issue. A little bit. Nothing that was going to take him out of the program, but it was definitely something that was slowing him down at the beginning. And if you remember, towards the end, he played much better, and he was starting to come around. But, yeah, he's just typical Marquina backcourter from the people I think of. Like, he's a fighter. He's always in position.
Yes.
He throws hard. He knows how to move the ball around. Reminds me a little bit of Seleggi. I don't know if you were here when Seleggi played here. Seleggi's a big guy. He doesn't know he's big. He thinks he's a thin, athletic build. But he's not. He's big, and he has a hard time getting around, but he still does it. And he's the same way. He anticipates. He gets in position. He doesn't really throw harder than anybody. He just places the ball better. So that's something that Donnell has as well. Like, he places the ball well, and he may not score with it, but he doesn't give it up. He doesn't give the front quarter a layup kind of throw.
I remember, I think he was partnered with Tombor last night. I said, oh, this is a headache because neither of these guys ever quit.
Yeah.
I don't know how Tombor will be able to walk by he's 50.
Well, that's gonna be pretty soon. I mean,
I know
he's an older guy, and last year, I'm not saying he was in better shape last year, but I noticed him feeling it a little bit more this year than he did last year. Like this time last year, he wasn't even he was still cruising. Now I see him, and he's playing hard. I'm not talking about
Never
on the court.
Always plays.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in the recuperation
Sure.
and before and after what we play, and I talk to him and I see him. But he's still in great shape. Like I think he's 38. It's not old.
Yeah.
I mean that's not
No,
an
but he
old
throws
man,
his body around like he's 25.
Right.
I mean, every left side of the bote is a fall down.
Right.
And some of them, I mean, I've seen him, and it doesn't matter where it is. I've seen him land on the metal strip just the other night.
Yeah.
He throws a rebote where he's partly on the wood, partly on the floor, and partly on the metal.
Yeah.
There's no way that feels good.
Well, I mean, if there's any like soft side to it, he falls down very well. Like he's not like a crash. He almost lays down when he does, but he lays down hard. Like he slams his arm and his basket into the court, and that floor is hard. So I'm surprised he doesn't have a welt in his elbow. Maybe he lands on his forearm, or I don't know. He does something where he does it and he keeps doing it.
Yeah, I'm totally impressed with it because the effort. And the other thing he does is interesting. I know you got to go, and I actually have to make the opening announcement. The other thing he does, and we've talked about serving, and nobody has the routine he has. He never breaks that routine when he serves, ever.
Right.
And I don't know if any other player is as consistent with that as he is.
Well, I've used him as an example with several guys that we've talked about to serve. I mean, now Celaya, he's not consistent, but there are a couple of pointers that I gave to him using Tambor as an example. Like, before you even take your first step forward, you need to know where you're going to hit on the front wall. And that spot could be different depending on who's in the box. If Tambor's there, Oleron's there, or whoever it is, you might have to throw it a little higher, a little lower, but you need to know where you're throwing the ball. You can't just line up and throw. And he does that. So I told him, I said, just take a split second and look at the front wall and just see a big square and go, okay, that's where I got to throw it, and then proceed to start your serve.
I know it's Tambor's serve. I might look away for a second. I hear,
yeah,
and I know,
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Tambor's serve.
Yeah, he
every single serve, whether it's the first point or a point for fourth place, he's going to do the same. Go ahead if you have anything last to say.
No, just the last thing is we'll pick this up tomorrow. I mean, there's a couple of things that are coming down the pike, and I just wanted to touch on that. But
and pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to
that's
the
my cue.
Beach.
That's the annoying musing at the Oscars that when it turns on, your time is up and you have to go. So I got to go, guys.
Tonight brought to you by
Talk
Better
to you
Care
soon.
Broward Medical Center. They speak English, Spanish, French, and accept all insurance. Welcome walk-ins too. Visit their primary and family practice at 599 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Better Care of Broward is your local choice for all your medical needs. Tonight's uniforms are proudly sponsored by IGT and Every. Together, built to win. It's Friday. That means Champions Corner is open and the holidays are here. Champions Corner is sponsored by Dolphin Jewelers, where you can treat yourself or somebody special with jewelry from Dolphin Jewelers. Just down the road at 52 North Federal Highway in Dania Beach, they buy, sell, repair, and trade all types of jewelry, even custom designs. Mention High Life for an extra special discount at Dolphin Jewelers. Our media coverage powered by TPI. We're driven to connect and Connecticut. You know what to do. Place those highlight wagers at mywinners.com, the #1 betting outlet in the state of Connecticut. mywinners.com, where Connecticut bets on highlight. We have about 4 minutes till post. No scratches tonight, happy to say. Celaya's back. If you were here last night, he took a shot to the leg, but he's going to play. Game 1 at the beginning, when it starts the early daily double, we'll have a late daily double with Game 8. 2 pick threes, games 3 and 7. The pick 4 on game 6. Superfecta games on 3, 6, and 9. And all games have spectacular scoring, which means the points double after the first round. Do get your selections in early so you don't run the risk of being shut out. If you see the players marching and you're not at the window, it might get a little tricky for you. So try to beat the music, as they would say. We're back tomorrow with a matinee at 1 and an evening performance, and a 10-game performance at that at 7. And also, don't forget, for the Dania Beach Invitational, every game counts. 5 points for a win, 3 points for a place, 1 point for a show. The first partido is next month, and in 2 weeks from tonight is the first partido in the Dania Beach Invitational. So it's going to be January 2nd. I think that's 2 weeks from tonight. Head-to-head, eyeball-to-eyeball partido matches. as the 10th game on Friday nights. We'll have quarterfinals, semifinals, and the championship. Good luck tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Also joining us on YouTube. We appreciate you all as well. Post time at about 3 right here at Dania Beach Highline. Good luck tonight. And again, we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen. As we always like to do before our first point of the evening, we ask those who are able to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. All right, here we go. Game number 1. And in game 1, it is singles. Spectacular 7 scoring. Shanika will start with a serve in post 1. Delpeche post 2. This game starting the early daily double. And the game is on. Strong Chinika Rabote, point to 1. Salaya, post 3 in the white. Point to 1. Vicente, green shirt, post 4. Diving save made by Vicente. Oh, what a grab by Vicente. Janika's going to try to make him do it again. And he did. Okay, now what? Vicente 2-0 to Bote. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot. Point to 1. Danelle, post 5 in the black. Point to the 1. Here's a Tyne in the gold, post 6. Six scores. Now Libois, post 7. That's not coming out, point to 6. In post 8 purple, Oyonard. Point to 6. And time will begin the double point round, serving to Del Pesh in post 2. Strong serve by Atine, pin him in the corner, point to 6. And possible game point for Atine in post 6. Here's Salaya in the 3 post, possible game point, post 6. Double point and game to the 6. Coming in second, the 1. And now the playoff will be elimination style. 4 serves 5, 7 will serve 8, 2 will serve 3, and the winners will advance. Out of bounds, point 5. 7 serves the 8. Great right side by Oyonard, point to the 8. And now 2 will serve 3. Underserve, point 3. All right, 5 will serve 8. Winner plays 3. Five scores. Donnell has the possible show point at post number 5. Here's Salaya, post 3. This is show point 3. After that point, we'll serve the 5. Double, point and show, post 3. Tying on top in our opening game in post 6. Chanika second in post 1. Salaya showing in post number 3. Six one exactor 56.60, 1-6 Quinella 52.60, 613 $2 trifecta paying $479.80 with a 6 is the opening number in the first daily double, a 6. Game 2 is also spectacular 7 singles. Win play show Quinella exacta trifecta betting available on game number 2.
feel it.
Game 2, last call. Last call, game 2.
Feel it. Rage, power. Rage, money, power. Big, 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 I'm big, 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 but I'm big, money, power. I'm big, 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 but I'm big, I'm right, big, 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 but I'm big. Wanna feel it, rage, power, weakest, force, money, driven, major, fraud, breathless, body, diamond, bones, wanna be it, wanna feel it, rage.
This is game 2, spectacular 7 singles. Vicente in red at post 1. He's serving to Oyenard in post 2 blues. All points are doubling after round 1. There's a serve, and the game is underway. Big Vicente right side. One gets the first point. Post 3 in the white, Javier. Soft touch by Vicente, point to 1. Solaya in the green at post 4. It's an overserve, point to 4. Here's Ahmet's post 5 in the black. Too high and out of play. Another point for the 4 is Del Pesh in post 6. 2 balls on the Devote, point to 4. Chanika, post 7. Point to 7. Tom Board, post 8 purple, completing round 1. Ooh, sweet catch there by Chanika. Swept back in by Tom Board. Chanika retreating, able to make the catch. Seven scores there. The points are doubled. Here's Oyenard in post number 2. .27. Javier, post 3. A little splitter from Javier, point to 3. Here's Vicente at post 1. Point to 1. Amet's post 5. Too high, out of play, point to 5. Delpeche, post 6. Chopped out beautifully by Ahmed. 1-5. Celaya, post 4. Swept back into play by Ahmed Celaya from line 6. A little overspin on that. That unbeatable. 1-4. Possible game point for Celaya in post 4. Here's Tombor in the 8 post. Possible game point, post number 4. Double pointing game, post number 4. 3 players, 2 spots. 7 will serve 1, 5 meets the winner. Place and show playoff. Point is 7. Now possible place point for Chanika in post 7. Here's Ahmet's in post 5. Point and place to post 7. This is show point. 1 will serve 5. Out of bounds. 1 shows. Game 2, winner Celaya in post 4. Chanika second to post 7. Vicente third in post 1. Hey, your 4-7 exact is good for 169.80. The 4-7 Quinella 30.40. 4-7-1 $2 try 616.20. The daily double 6 and 4 162.60. Game 3 is our first superfecta game of the night, and it's a pick 3 game as well. So it starts the first of 2 pick 3s. So don't get shut out. Give you a little extra time in the post, but don't take advantage too much. No scratches for game 3.
body driven, major fraud, breathless body, diamond girls wanna be it, wanna feel it.
And 3 minutes now. We'll make it 2 till game number 3 and the start of the early pick 3. If you're wondering about the holiday schedule next week, we'll be here all day Tuesday for our 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and then we will be closed on the 24th, which is Wednesday, and also Christmas night. We will not be here on the 25th. However, we come right back on the 26th with a Friday evening performance and then swing right back into the doubleheader on Saturday and a 1 o'clock on Sunday. So, again, no high life for 2 consecutive days or evenings. Wednesday, which is normally or dark, and Thursday on Christmas night. We will not be here. Last call for betting on game number 3. Last call. Also, New Year's Eve this year being Wednesday, we're not going to be here for that, but we will have a New Year's night performance at 7 p.m. on a Thursday. Game 3, spectacular 9 doubles, including the superfecta. All points of double after the first round. Tom Board Gorka post 1, serving to a Raw and a Rachua in post 2. And the game is on. Point 2. Chanika and a tie in post 3. Beautiful catch by a time. Three grabs the point. Now post 4 in the green. Javier and Oyenard. Catch there by a Tyne. Scoop by a Tyne. Pounding right side. Point to 3. Vicente on the board, post 5 in the black shirts. And that ball was juggled. Point to 5. He the goal, post 6, Garcia and Donnell. That's a point to 5, post 7, Johan and Delpeche. Out on the wood, point to 7. Lee Baugh and Ken Pendeggi in post 8 purple. Out on the wood, point to 7. All points are doubled in this 9-point game. Here's the 1, Tambor and Gorka. Rebote save made by Johan. Tambor left side, but steadily Delpeche is there. Tambor down to the floor, Johan right there. Costado by Johan, that's got a chance coming out. Not by much though. Little flipper. All right, Johan's choice from the 5 line. Put pressure on the backcourt. Oh, that's a really good throw. Tambor to the wood. Point to 1. Ora and Urachua, post 2. One to one. Javier and Oyenard, post 4. Nice catch there by Oyenard. Tom Board to the floor again, and Oyenard captures it. Again, Tom Board down. Oyenard loads up the right side. Dos Paredes, Tambor. 1 to 1. Chanika at a time, post 3. Well, that was tough, right down the wall, point to 3. Here is the 6, Garcia with Donnell. Three scores there. Now we'll serve to the 5, Vicente and Laborde. That's a wonderful shot by Chanika. Point to the 3. 3 as possible game point. Here's Lee Baugh and Ken Pendeghi in post 8 to try to stop the possible game point post 3. Point of game, post 3. Post 1 is second. For third and fourth place, 7 will serve 5. Point and show to the 7. Quad goes to 5. Game 3, winners, post 3, Shanika and a tie. Tom Board Gorka second to post 1. 7's third, Johan and Del Pesh. And the 5, Vicente and the board was fourth. $3-1 exacta $29.40, 1-3 Quinella for $11, $3-1-7 $2 try, $213.20. The superfecta for $1 pays $479, and so it's going to be $47.90 for a dime. First number in the pick 3 is 3. Game 4 is double, spectacular 7 scoring, no scratches. Post time is 7. Broadcast tonight brought to you by Better Care of Broward Medical Center. They speak English, Spanish, and French, accept all insurance, and welcome walk-ins. Visit their primary and family practice at 599 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Better Care of Broward, your local choice for all your medical needs. Tonight's uniforms are proudly sponsored by IGT and Every, built to win. Champions Corner is up and running tonight over by the back wall, but near the players' cage. See the lights and the yellow sign. And they're sponsored by our friends at Dolphin Jewelers. Treat yourself or someone special with jewelry from Dolphin Jewelers. It's just down the street at 52 North Federal Highway in Dania Beach. They will buy, sell, repair, and trade all types of jewelry, even the custom designs. Mention High Life for an extra special discount at Dolphin Jewelers. Our media coverage is powered by TPI, driven to connect. And for our friends and fans in Connecticut, place your highlight wagers at mywinners.com, the #1 betting outlet in the state of Connecticut. Mywinners.com, or Connecticut bets on High Live. Post time, a little under 2 minutes now till we get going for game number 4. Last call for game 4. We're off and running with game 4, spectacular 7 doubles game. Libois and Urichua post 1, serving to Solaya and Argoitia in post number 2. And the game is underway. Ramate, 1-1. In post 3, the team in fight is Vicente and Oyenard. That ball was not caught cleanly. It's a juggle. Point to 3. Post 4, Johan and Donnell. Just split a pair. Point to 4. Chanika and Delpeche post 5 of the black shirts. Point to 4. Ron Gorka, the goal to post 6. Catch on the run there by Gorka. Strong right side. Donnell in position. Donnell with a bote pronto on the reverse. Score that for post 6. Post 7 will be Tom Boren and Tyne receiving the serve in the brown shirts. Ramate by Tom Bohr off the serve, point to 7. Post 8 will be Ametson Laborde completing round 1. Out of play, point is 7. Points are now doubled with Celaya and Argoitia back in post 2. Tipped in the backcourt. 7 scores again. Now post 1 returns Libois and Urachua. Tambor, Cesta slapper. Big bounce. At the back, Urachua. Out. Point 7. Possible game point for Tambor and a tie in post 7. Here's Vicente and Oyenard, post number 3. 7 with a possible game point. Score that for the 3. Now the 5, Chanika and Del Pesh. Point 3. Possible game point for post 3 now. Here's the 4, Johan and Donnell. Vicente hauling it in. That's a nasty reverse. Kept alive, however, by Johan. Oyenard calling it off at the 8 line. Screaming reverse, but Donnell right there. Outside placement. Oh, what a grab there. The Cortada and a point of game. Post 3. 7-second, 4-3. Game 4, the winners post number 3. Vicente and Oyonard, 7 was second. Tombor and Atine, 4 third. Johan and Donnell, 3-7 exacta, $58. 3-7 Quinella, $31. 3-7 4 $2 trifecta for $190. The second number in the pick 3, 3. Game 5 returns us to spectacular 7 singles. All points doubling after the opening round of play. Post time in 5. Last call for game number 5. Last call. Our 5th game is singles. Campendeghi will start with a serve in post 1, Tyne receiving in post 2 blue. All points are doubling after the opening round. Campendeghi starts the game with a serve. Right down the wall, point to 1. Gorka, post 3 in the white. Gorka to the floor for the rebote. And a point to 3. Oyard, post 4 in the green. Point 3. Eki of the black at post 5. Gorka goes to the inside, high hopper, but Eki chases it down. He uncorks a big left side. And makes a sweet catch there. Is that ball going to stay in? It is. Winning with a bote for Gorka, point 3. Chanika in the gold, post 6. Point to 3. Gorka serves to Garcia in the brown shirt, post 7. That's out. Point 7. Post 8, concluding the opening round. This is Delpesh. And Delpesh coaxes that Rebote out. Garcia chasing it almost to the back wall. Nasty right side from Garcia, point to 7. Now Garcia serving to a tie in post 2 as the points are double. Point 7. Post 1, Ken Pendeghi. Out of play, double point for post 1. Here's the 4, Boyardi. And that's an overserve, point to 4. Post 5, Eki. Couple for the 5. Now here is Janika in post 6. Point to 5. Now Gorka, post 3. Point to 3. Gorka has a possible game point at post 3, serving to Delpeche in the 8 post. Possible game point, post 3. Big right side for Gorka, double point in game to post 3. Place and show, 7 serves 5. Double point and place to the 7. 5 is third. Game 5 won by Gorka in post 3. Garcia second, post 7. Eki third, post 5. Three-7 exacta, 35.40. 3-7 Quinella, 11.60. 3-7-5 $2 trifecta, 369.20. 3-3-3, and the pick 3 pays $321. We come up now to game number 6, start with pick 4, and this is going to be doubles with spectacular 9 scoring. All right, 9 points will decide the winner of game number 6 in 7 minutes. Good luck. Last call for game number 6. And the pick 4 plus the superfecta is also in game number 6. This is game 6, spectacular 9 doubles game. All points, of course, will double after each team has played a turn on the court. Garcia and Oyard in post 1, they're serving. And in post 2, it's Aral and Donnell receiving. This game played to 9 points. There's the serve. The game is underway. The serve is yanked and caught. Garcia's out on the wood with a return. We're almost run down by Donnell. One will get the initial point. Libois and Eki, post 3 in the white. Lebois with a tough catch. Back center. Another good grab by Lebois, playing deep. That will not get there, point to one. Green team in post 4, it's Tombor with Argoitia. All the way up the back wall. Great positioning by Tombor. He releases a big right side of the bote. Save made by Garcia. And right there on the spot, Argoitia. Argoitia being challenged here, and it's over his basket, point to one. Post 5, Celaya and Gorka. Wow, OURD with a grab on the left side. And 5 gets the point. Gold shirts at post 6, it's the Amets Laborde team. Taken off the wall by Amets. That just bounced inside the court, point to 6. Javier and Ken Pendeggi post number 7 in the brown shirts. Laborde with the grab. Catch there by Javier. That drifts out of bounds, point 6. Johan and Urachua, post 8. They'll complete the opening round. 9-point game. Just delicately placed by Johan, point of the 8. Points are doubled. This is post number 2, Aron and Donnell. That'll make it. Johan from the 4 line. Faked the carom, threw it inside, 2 bounces, and 2 points for post 8. Now Libois and Ecke, post 3. Johan Zinabote going to go to the inside, and Ecke's there. Ecke returns with the rebote. Johan now moving in. Goes deep, looking for that corner. Found it. Chick, check. Not quite. Ecke did save that. Remarkable. And Ecke goes outside. Point to 3. Now Tambor and Argoitia in the 4 post. Ramate by Tambor off the serve. 2 points for the 4. Back in post 1, Garcia with ORD. Garcia with a dig. Oyardi. Tambor with a catch in the air with the cortada. Point to 4. Here's the 5, Celaya with Gorka. In the corner, Arcoitia, no place to run. Tambor down. Wonderful grab by Celaya. This is low smoke scoop. Argoitia Looking for over the top. Celaya intercepts. Spanks that left side off the wall. Tombor swings it back into play. And Gorka's right there at the 11 line. And in the corner, that's Gorka. Tombor at the 8 line with a good catch. The reverse. Handled by Gorka. He'll return left side. Big left side here. Tombor. Down to the ground for the rebote. Handled by Gorka on the bote corrido. Tombor. Too low. Great point. 5 wins it. Post 7 is Javier and Ken Pendeghi. Nicely caught by Javier along the side wall. At the back, Gorka, no place to hide. Point 5. 5 will be serving a 6, Amets and Laborde. A reminder, this game is played to 9 points. Celaya on the move. Hard left side, going to come out. Quick Bote, kept in play. Celaya now took all the speed off of it and scores. Point of 5. Now possible game point for Celaya and Gorka in the 5 post. Aran and Donnell in post 2 to try to stop them. Possible game point, post number 5. Costado, will it come out? It does. Gorka, that's a great save. Now the L. Gorka, that has some pop on it. Danilo with a beautiful grab. Gorka called his partner off. Right side crosses the wall, off the cesta, point in game. Post 5. Post 4 will come in second, 3rd and 4th to be decided right here. 8 serving the 1. Over, point of the 1, they're 3rd, 8 is 4th. An exciting 6th game, won in post 5 by Celaya and Gorka. Tombor and Argoitia, second in post 4. Third on the 1, Garcia and Oyardi. And in the quad spot, post 8, Johan and Urichua. The official results have a 5-4 exacta, 73.60. Quinella 4-5, 106.20. 5-4-1 trifecta for $2, 231.80. And the superfecta 648.40 for a 5-4-1-8. For 10 cents, it is going to get you 64.84. First number in the pick 4, 5. Game 7 starts the second pick 3. No scratches to report, thankfully. Game 7 starts in 7 minutes. Take a moment to remind you all again about our schedule next week. This will be a little bit different. We will be here all day Tuesday, 1 and 7. Nothing on Christmas Eve Wednesday, and Christmas night we will not be open. But we are back with a single performance on Friday, and a doubleheader on Saturday, and a matinee on Sunday. 6 minutes now till Game 7. Reminder that our broadcast is brought to you by Better Care of Broward Medical Center. They speak English, Spanish, and French, accept all insurance, and welcome walk-ins. Visit their primary and family practice at 599 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Better Care of Broward, your local choice for all your medical needs. Tonight's uniforms are proudly sponsored by IGT and Every, together built to win. Our Champions Corner sponsor, and Champions Corner open tonight, of course, is Dolphin Jewelers. For the holidays here, treat yourself or somebody special with jewelry from Dolphin Jewelers, just down the road at 52 North Federal Highway in Dania Beach. They buy, sell, repair, and trade all types of jewelry, even custom designs. Mention Highlight for an extra special discount at Dolphin Jewelers. Our media coverage is powered by TPI, driven to connect. And for our friends and fans in Connecticut, place your highlight wagers at mywinners.com, #1 betting outlet in the state of Connecticut. mywinners.com, where Connecticut bets on highlight. Last call for the 7th game. This is last call. So our 7th game tonight, spectacular 7 doubles game. Raw and Oyenard at post 1, serving to Vicente and Eki in the blue shirts at post number 2. Spectacular 7 scoring, all points with double after the first round. Game is on. And Eki, the shot from the backcourt, point to 2. Johan with Argoitia, post 3 in the white shirts. Taken off the wall there by Johan. Johan rips the 2-wall, point to 3. Post 4, Amets with Gorka. Gorka saves it. And Johan. Oh, Gorka with a great catch at line 10. Point to 3. Could not maintain the catch. Post 5 will be Garcia and Urachua. .5. Celaya and OARD in post 6. And the 2-all caught beautifully by Celaya. Garcia this time goes right after OARD. Made a smooth catch. Urachua, the troubling left side. Oh, wow. Celaya. 1-6. Lebois and Donnell, post 7. Point 6. Javier with the tie, purple to post 8, including round 1. Tide stepping in. OARD, tricky catch in the back. A lot of spin on that ball. The Tide drifting back. Will make a grab. Point to the 8. The double point round starting with Aron and Oyonard. Post 1. Ramate, 1-1. Vicente with Eki, post 2. Aral goes to the cortada. 1-1. Amatson Gorka in the 4 post. Keep that in play. Gorka in the backcourt working hard. Amets puts everything he can into the right side. Amets again. Cortada charging in as a romp, but it'll be a point of 4. Johan and Argoitia back in post 3. Chopped down beautifully by Gorka. He'll go overhand on the right side. Into the wall is Johan for the catch. Faked outside, goes inside. Gorka leaps, makes the grab. Argoitia equal to that right side from Gorka. Gorka taking it off the wall. Dug out, Johan. Amets sweeps a heavy right side, coming way out. Cortada Amets. Caught before the second bounce by Argoitia. Oh, Gorka, another one. Amets. Nearly the Chula. What a recovery by Argoitia that was just in the upper cushion. Point to the 4. Garcia and Urachua, post 5. Garcia with a terrific throw, point to 5. Now the 7 team, Lipois with Donnell. Unamate off the serve by Lipois. 7's on the board. Each team has at least a point. Here's the 6, Salaya and Oyard. 7 serving 6. Over serve, point to 6. Now it's post 8, Javier, and a tie. It's a grab there by Celaya. It's going to stay in bounds. Javier got a lot on that little bote. It'll come out for Oyard to swing it, but low. Point to the 8. Now Vicente and Eki, post 2. Javier half wall smash. Eki cuts it down. And a Bote Carrito catch for a time. Cortada. It'll make the backcourt. Eki steady. Point 2. Now the 1, Aran with Oyenard. Oyenard smoothly capturing that with the left side. Vicente puts the bote back into play and does a good job with it. Vicente to the inside. Oyenard saw it coming. He's there. Too high. Point to 1. Possible game point for the 1 team, Aran and Oyenard. Here's the 3, Johan and Argoitia. Possible game point, post 1. Oh my, another grab, Argoitia. They get there, saved by Johan. Huge Argoitia left chance here from Oyenard, and it's saved by Johan, so Oyenard will pound to the right side, and Argoitia catch at line 13. Tough one by Johan. Long distance Cortada. Stayed low, point to 3. Here's the 4, Amatson Gorka. Out. Point to 4. Now possible game point for Amatson Gorka in post 4. This is the 5, Garcia and Urachua. Possible game point for the 4. Double pointing game to the 4, 1 second, and for show, 6 serves 3. Point and show, post 3. Game 7 winners, Amatson Gorka, post 4. Aran and Oyenard, second in the 1. Johan and Argoitia, third in post 3. The official results show a 4-1 exacta for $85.80 with a 1-4 Quinella, $19, and a 4-1-3 $2 try, $222. The first number in the late pick 3 and the second number in the pick 4 is 4. We come to game 8, our last doubles match of the night. Spectacular 7 scoring and the start of the late daily double. Post time in 7 for game number 8. Don't forget, tomorrow we're here all day, 1 and 7 p.m. And tomorrow night, of course, we'll have a special 10th game. And then a matinee on Sunday. Another reminder about our schedule next week. We'll be here Tuesday, 1 and 7. Then no highlight on December 24 or December 25th. But back with a single performance on the 26th and a twin bill on the 27th. We're approaching last call for game number 8. Less than a minute until post time. Game 8 also starts the late daily double. All right, here we go with game number 8. Javier and a tie in the red at post 1, serving Amets and Ken Pendeghi in the blue up post number 2 as this spectacular 7 doubles game starts the late daily double. This game is underway. Javier attacking. Oh, and just pulled down by Amets. Nice grab by Tyne. And won't quite get there. Point 2. Here's Aran and Delpeche post 3 in the white shirt. Sharply placed inside by Aran, point 3. Libois, Laborde in the green, post 4. Inside placement, right along the wall, point to 4. Johan and Oyenard wearing black shirts in post 5. Ball was touched in the backcourt, point to 4. Gold Church, post 6, it's Vicente with Eki. Got there in time to Vicente. Leaping grab by Libois. Ooh, there's Vicente. That's Eki. Libois kills the point beautifully, point to 4. Now the 7 team, Celaya with Oyardi. Score that one for the 7. Now the 8 team, Garcia with Argoitia. That's out, point 8. Points are doubled, and back at post 1, Javier and a tie. see a strong reverse, but a tying in the backcourt. Garcia with a dig. Javier's throw was brilliant, but so was the save by Argoitia. Javier will try again. This time, Argoitia, much easier play. Oh, that is a time charging. Point of the 8. Ahmedson, Ken Pendeggi in the 2-post. Perfect. Ramate killed by Ahmets. Point 2. Now the 3, Aran and Delpeche. That'll be a couple points for post 3. Now Johan and Oyonard, post 5. Point to 5. Back at post 6, Vicente and backcourt partner Eki. Inside placement, and it's going to slip by. Point to 5. 4 post, Libois, Laborde. Costado, will it come out? Yeah, it will. Rebote too high, though, point to 5. 6 points, possible game point for post 5. Johan and Oyenard. Here's Celaya and Oyard in post 7. It's possible game point for the 5. Oh, a ripper. Sidearm. 2-wall. 2 points for Celaya and Oyard in the 7. Javier Natine, post 1. Costado and perfection. Check, check. Javier. Point to 1. Now Garcia and Argoitia in the 8th post. Point to 1. Powerhouse throw by a tie. Now the 2, Amets and Campandeghi. Cortada, way 2 on the shot by Amets. Possible game point for Amets and Campandeghi in post 2. Here's Araw and Delpeche post 3. To the inside, can he get there? Yo, not quite, point 3. Possible game point for Araw and Delpeche in post 3. Here's Vicente Vedeke in post 6. Slow. Point and game. Post 3, 5 second, 2/3. Araw and Delpeche grab game 8 in post 3 with Johan and Oyenard second in post 5 and the 2/3 Amets and Campandeghi. 3-5 Exacta, 59-20. 3-5 Quinella, 30-20. 3-5-2 $2 try, 721.60. And the first half of the late daily double is 3. Last game tonight is singles, spectacular 9 scoring. Post time in 6 minutes for this game. Features the Superfecta. 6 minutes till post for game number 9. Last call for our last game. Last call. right, it's game 9, spectacular 9 singles game. With Eki serving in the red of post 1 and Laborde receiving in post 2 blue. All points will double after the opening round of this superfecta game that's played to 9 points. There's the serve. The game is underway. Out of play. Point 2. Amet's in post 3 in the white shirt. Chased down on the wood by Laborde. And that is a perfect throw. Point 2. Chanika, post 4. Chanika places the 2-wall for the winner. Point to 4. Now Libois post 5. From the screen, Chanika gets it back into play. Libois is going to go with a reverse and just rip it right down the wall. Point to 5. Johan of the gold, post 6. Tough catch pulled off by Libois. Looking for the Chula. It's going to fall short of that. But the Dejada is spot on. Point to 5. Argoitia, post 7. Beautiful grab, Argoitia. Strong right side. It'll come out though. Point to 5. Post 8 in the purple, a wrong, completes round 1. That is a Chula, point to the 8. Now Eki at post 1 to begin the double points round of this 9-point game. Service winner by a wrong, point 8. Mets in post 3. Chick-chack, point to the 8. Now Laborde in post number 2. Strong with a bote by Aron. Another point for post 8. He's got 7 and possible game point. Shanika in post 4 try to stop him. It's 8 with possible game point. Great catch, Aron. Strong right side. That'll do it. It's a perfect game. Pointing game to the 8 with a 5-second, the 2-third, and the 4-4. Aron runs it out at post 8. Coming in second, Lebois, post 5. Third, post 2, Laborde, and fourth, the 4. Chanika. $8-5 exacta, $100.20. Quinella 5-8, $72. 852 trifecta, $243.40. The superfecta paying $439 for an 85241 $1. 10 cent, $43.90. Daily double, 3-8. $288. 3 of 4 in the pick 4 pays $319.80. So our carryover will be $637.55 for tomorrow afternoon. No winners in the pick 3. $58.40 for all 3-8, for all 8, and 4-3 all. Our broadcast tonight was brought to you by Better Care of Broward Medical Center. They speak English, Spanish, and French and accept all insurance and welcome walk-ins. Visit their primary and family practice at 599 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Better Care Broward is your local choice for all your medical needs. Tonight's uniform is proudly sponsored by IGT and Every. Together, they're built to win. Our Champions Corner sponsor, Dolphin Jewelers. The holidays have arrived. They're almost over. So you better hurry and treat yourself or somebody special to jewelry from Dolphin's Jewelers. Right down the street at 52 North Federal Highway in Dania Beach. They buy, sell, repair, and trade all types of jewelry, even custom designs. Mention Highlight for an extra special discount at Dolphin Jewelers. Our media coverage powered by TPI, driven to connect. And Connecticut, place those Highlight wagers at mywinners.com, the #1 betting outlet in the state of Connecticut. mywinners.com, where Connecticut bets on Highlight. That will do it for tonight's performance of the world's fastest game here at the casino at Dania Beach. Dania Beach Highlight returns to action at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for a doubleheader, 1 and 7 p.m. We hope you enjoyed tonight's action. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to those of you who watched on YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow at 1. On behalf of everyone at Casino at Dania Beach and Dania Beach Highlight, Dave Lamont saying so long from the Sunshine State.